Do you ever hear these words on the air? CQ contest, CQ contest, CQ contest. Victor Kilo 3, Foxtrot Tango Oscar Mike contest. CQ contest, CQ contest, CQ contest. This is Victor Kilo 3, Foxtrot Tango Oscar Mike contest, CQ contest. Hi, I'm Tom, VK3FTOM, and as you can see, I'm into making amateur radio videos. I thought I'd make a video explaining how contesting works, because more specifically VHF UHF contesting, because this weekend coming is the UHF VHF Summer Field Day contest here in Australia. Actually, I'm not sure if it's the summer or the spring, but actually I think it might be the spring. But anyway, it's one of those contests, and I will be operating and having a blast, so I thought I would share how it's all done before the day of the event. So, contesting, essentially, there's an 8-hour category and a 24-hour category, and depends on how long you want to operate for. Depends on what category you enter in. And you don't, even if you do enter in the 8-hour category, you don't have to operate the whole 8 hours. It's not a mandate. Where I look at contesting, there are some people who take it very seriously and go out to win awards. The way I do it is I submit a log sometimes, or sometimes I just give out a few numbers, but at the end of the day it's an excuse to get on air and play with your radios. So I thought I'd explain how the contesting works. So there are rules. A lot of the contests have rules. So if you go on to let's say this particular event's run by the WIA, so let's say you want to know the event, let's say you want to know the information on the internet for, let's say you want to know the rules and information for that contest, you'd go onto the internet and you'd look up the WIA website, and then you go to the contests and find it out. So every contest has rules. So, for example, this contest coming up is VHF UHF, so essentially anything 6 metres and up. Anyway, and since it's 6 metres and up, I'll probably be on 2 metres, 144 megs, and 432 70 centimetres. So yes, there will be a fair bit of activity, and yeah. I'll be back with the magic of editing in just a second. The particular contest is on UHF and VHF, so anything 6 metres and up essentially. As a foundation, I'm not allowed on 6. The only 2 bands in the contest I'm allowed on is 2 metres and 70 centimetres. But yeah, I shall be active and shall have fun. So I'll show you the equipment, which this isn't the equipment that I'll be running for the contest, but this is what I recommend for somebody who might only have a Battlefield, or might only have a $35 Chinese handheld and a rubber duck, because you don't need a kilowatt and a linear to go out and win these contests. Unlike HF contesting, where you don't need a linear or a kilowatt to win them either, but that's what 90% of your competition will have. So this is the infamous Baofeng, as I was talking about before, and let's say you passed your license 2 weeks ago and you just thought, well, I'm not going to enter, but I want to give out a few numbers. Your best bet is, with just the stock Baofeng, go on top of a hilltop, go up to the Mount Dandenong, Mount Donabuang, wherever, with this, and I'm not sure if you can see the frequencies that's on, but it's probably upside down. If I do that, will it come out the right way? No, it won't. But I'm not sure that screen's readable, but that's currently sitting on 144, no, sorry, not 144, 146, I apologise about the 144 stuff, 146, 500, 146, 500. Oh, the helicopter going over the top, just my luck. Hold on, I'll be back. 500, as I was saying, and 439 even. Now, I don't know about other countries. I think America has, I think it's 446 something or other is their national FM calling frequency, and I think their 146.525 is their national calling frequency. But the concept's all the same. So that is the frequencies which you'll be sitting. So those are the FM simplex calling frequencies. So get up high with your Baofeng or at a cheap Chinese handheld, and call CQ. You never know what you can do with just a handheld. I made a very nice contact 50 plus Ks simplex from Kinglake a couple of weeks ago, talking to Mr. FS. So yeah, it's perfectly plausible to do this. Let me start by saying, you probably won't make as many contacts as if you're on sideband. If you're on sideband, you're very, very likely to make contacts, because on sideband is where 98% of the activity is. Yes, you will be able to give out numbers and make contacts on FM. I'm not saying it's not impossible. I've done it. You will definitely make contacts on FM. But 90% of the people are on sideband. So if you knew, maybe go from this to something like this Yaesu FT817, which will give you access to sideband on 2 and 70. And you can also run transverters from microwave if you upgrade, like I eventually plan to do, so yeah, they're not a bad radio for IF stuff for microwave. Not that I've done any of that, just for the record. I've not done that. But the experts who I know say they're a good IF radio, and they're also very good for 2 meters sideband and 2 meters FM, and 70 centimeters sideband and 70 centimeters FM. Now, let me start by talking about frequencies. I said 146, 500, and 439 even on the FM side. Here's a more fancy HT, which is the Yaesu, but you get my point about sideband and FM. But yeah, so even something like this, which is a bit more fancy, you'll be able to do the FM stuff with. But on sideband on 2 motors, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that screen or not, but that's currently sitting on 144 150, which is normally where the contesters, that's normally the sort of the calling frequency where every man and his dog during the 2 motor sideband contest sits. Now, 144 100 is a normal sideband calling frequency, but we don't normally go below 144 150, so that way we can just give the what guys who like to rag you on sideband a little bit of space to breathe, and you'll probably find that people go up in 5 or 10k steps. That's not a guarantee, though. That is definitely not a guarantee, but that's the general convention of what happens in a contest. And there'll be plenty of activity, and yeah, and you hear people talk about contesting exchanges. Well, let me explain how it would work. With the magic of editing, I'll be back. Yeah, VK3FTOM to the station. Yeah, 59001, 59001. Thank you for the 590020. Thank you for the 590020. The QF locator is Quebec Foxtrot 22 Oscar Bravo. QRZ contest, Victor Kilo 3 Foxtrot Tango Oscar Mike. It was a demonstration on how the QF locators work and how the exchange works. So you'll have several things to contact. You'll have the serial number. You'll have the call. You'll have the call. You'll have the call sign, and you'll have the signal report. So, for example, 90% of contesters use 59. You can give a true signal report if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it because people tend to get annoyed if you do, because they have to fiddle with their logging programs. But yeah, so, and just for the record, all the test transmissions in this video have been done into, even the practice CQs were done into a dummy load. So the practice CQs and that was all done into a dummy load. So nobody say, you're just talking to yourself on the radio. No, I'm going into a dummy load, so I'm not going to annoy anybody. So that's what I'm doing there. So yeah, going into a dummy load so I don't annoy anybody. But my point was, the exchange. So, for example, if I was sitting here at home, which, just for the record, I'm not going to be in the contest, I'll be a portable station, but if I was sitting at home, I would go, CQ contest, and if somebody came back to me, I'd go, yeah, if let's say they were the first contact for the contest, just to make life easy, I'd go 59, so that's a signal, and then I'd go 001 for your number 1 contact, and QF22OB, because that's my home QDH grid square. So you just use so there's not much to the exchange. Hope this video has been helpful. 7 Friesel, Tom, VK3FTOM.